Who want one last trip to the long trail?
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I want to talk about Angel. In my opinion, I think Angel has to be one of the most obscure characters in the game. We know more about Jun Kazama than we do Angel. We know more about Ogre than we do Angel. Angel, there's so much potential there, and there really is so much that character can do. Now, in my heart, in my soul, I do want this character to show up in Tekken 8 in some way, shape, or form. We're going to talk about the opportunities where this character can show up, and it all makes sense in just a second. But I do have two tweets here from Harada, and also I do want to talk a little bit about the story. The first one, this one I think is just very interesting. This is from 2012, and it says, "Give other characters a spotlight for once." Harada responds, and this is talking about Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Kunimitsu, Anna, Ogre, Angel on the opening movie. He says, "What do you think?" The reason why I want to talk about this tweet is because this is kind of talking about something that I mentioned quite a lot, is how every single game you have Jin, Kazuya, and Heihachi, they're in the Mishima Dojo and they're just punching each other every single game, and the story doesn't really seem like it progressed. And Harada's kind of hearing that now from the community. Way back in 2012, that's over a decade ago, he was hearing this from the community. These four characters was not originally in Tekken 7. Kunimitsu came in season 4, Anna came in season 2, Ogre and Angel did not come at all. However, Ogre is in Tekken Bloodline, so he will show up in some form. Angel is the only character who we still will not see at all, not in a game or not in a show. I think it would be really cool if she was a surprise feature or character in the show, but right now that's not confirmed. Now moving on to the second tweet, the first one I just want to talk about briefly. The second one, this is what the video is going to be based off of. This is what I really want to sink my teeth into and digest. Who and what was Angel purpose in the Tekken story? All I hear is that she was a part of Kazuya's soul. Also 2011, so this is also when Tekken Tag Tournament 2 was the main game. Harada says, "Hi, she is not a part of Kazuya's soul." What I always like about these old tweets from Harada, if you go back, only 9 likes, 4 retweets. If he said something like this today, it would have 4,000, 5,000 likes, right? I think this answers a very important question. The Tekken community is split up into two groups. You have the group who believes that Kazuya and Angel is kinda the same character. Angel is the good half and Kazuya is the bad half. And then you have the second side of the community who believes that they're not the same. The only thing that is kind of connecting them is the devil gene, but they are not one and the same. And I would have to put myself in that portion. And in order to explain it, I want to read Tekken 2 story, Angel's portion role in it. I'll read version 1 and 2 because version 1 and 2 I think is what created this drift, is what created this split in the community, this divide. Tekken 2 version 1. Angel's existence is entwined with devils. Bewitched by devil, Kazuya's appearance changes from person to person. Some see a jet black devil while others sees a the brilliant rays of an angel. Now, version 2. Although Kazuya is seemingly possessed with a black heart, there's still some good left in him. Angel will battle against devil to save Kazuya. Now, there's a few things that I want to say about this. Reading version 1 on its own, I can see why people think these two are the same. Because it says, from person to person. One person sees him as a devil. One person sees him as an angel. We don't know what's the difference between those people and how they view him, but that is what it says here. Now, I kind of think this was retconned because if we go back to Tekken 7, or if we go forward to Tekken 7, Kazuya was outed as a devil. The whole world blew up about it. The whole world was going crazy. And I don't know in Tekken 8 if they will elaborate on it further and they will say there's people who see an angel, right? Some people saw a devil on the camera and then some people saw an angel. They do not say that. Everyone specifically saw a devil. But version 2, seemingly possessed with a black heart. There is still some good left in him. And this kind of reminds me of Jun Kazama and everything that character stood for. I mentioned on my live stream, one thing that's very interesting about Jin and Kazuya, the only thing that they both have in common is their love for Jun Kazama. Kazuya loves her as a wife, Jin loves her as a mother, but they both love her. They do not have any other connections like that. And that's why I think it's so important that she is put in the game, because she is the only thing that connects them. But also I feel like Angel is the same, but it's not really a mother-wife situation. It's more so the genes situation, the devil situation. What I like here, what I really want to put a focus on is the bottom sentence. Angel will battle against devil to save Kazuya. Not did or is, but will. This suggests that this is something to happen in the future. This suggests that it's not happening just yet. So I don't know if that will was intentional, but that says future. Very important, the wording there. Next, I want to talk about the Tekken Titan comics. Like I said at the beginning, this is not canon, but I do want to put an emphasis on this because it gives us a bigger understanding of the character. Before I break down the Tekken Titan comics in the wiki, I have 2 videos already that's breaking down both comics individually. I show the actual comics, I read the panels, I go through and explain everything. If you want to hear more about it that way, those videos are here. But I never read the wiki before and I want to see what it says. Angel appears in the non-canonical 2017 Tekken comic book. It was revealed that sometime prior to the events of Tekken 6, Jin Kazama captured Angel, fearing that Angel's light could stop his crusade to end the Mishima bloodline. Following Jin's disappearance, after the clash with Azel, Heihachi discovered the captive Angel, and believing that Angel's light could withstand the power of the Devil Gene, he set out to work on a scheme to steal Angel's abilities for himself. So, in Tekken 6, Jin is creating all this war and destruction, and Angel was trying to stop him and stop Kazuya would stop, and that would stop the resurrection of Azel. So Jin defeated her, captured her, and put her on the sidelines for later until he deal with Azel. Now I'm guessing his plan was to defeat Azel and go back and free her, but that is not what happened. He went missing, and in his absence, we know Heihachi came back to take over the Mishima Zaibatsu, and in this comic that is not canon, he also came back and found Angel trapped in the basement below. It says, when Jin and his comrades raided the archives of the Mishima Zaibatsu to find Azel, a massive brawl with Heihachi forces ensued, which further complicated by the arrival of Kazuya. Now, it doesn't really show here, but that massive brawl led to Angel being injured. I can't remember exactly how. Go watch the other video to find out. But I believe that Heihachi was trying to take her powers, and she was screaming. She was in pain. And at the same time, Kazuya was feeling that pain. He was feeling her screaming. And you could kind of see there that they are connected in some way, but they are not one and the same. So he feels that pain and he follows his senses to it. He goes to the Mishima Zaibatsu building and he joins in the battle. Jin begs Angel for forgiveness, but Angel spurs him in saying that he and his family are now beyond redemption. When I read this comic, I did not understand why Angel did this, but now it makes sense. Like I said, he tied Angel up to deal with her for later, but plans went south. And she was tortured and she was hurt in the process, and she does not forgive him for that. And I believe it because what we have to realize, a lot of these characters are good. Jin wants to get rid of the devil gene. Angel wants to get rid of the devil gene. Jun wants to save Jin and Kazuya. Heihachi also wants to get rid of the devil gene, but he also kind of wants to control the world, so there is some evilness in there. And then Kazuya, he kind of wants to control the world, but at the same time, he really just wants revenge. And you can't really say revenge is good and bad for his case because he was a child. Imagine being a child and your father throw you down a mountain. You know, that is going to mess you up psychologically. So I wouldn't even consider him evil. They all have been given this burden of the devil gene and they're just trying to deal with it, figure it out in their own ways. That's what makes these characters so interesting. But what really adds more layers to it is when you get other characters involved, like Jun, Angel, Asuka, Zhao Yu, Yoshimitsu, Paul Phoenix. These other characters, they really like help shape it and mold it too. That's why they're all a part of this massive brawl, right? Because everyone has been affected by this at this point. Jin transforms into his devil form and battles angels in the skies above, with the two proving evenly matched as they engage in the clash of energy beams. Angel says that Jin is the only one who could break free of the curse of the Mishima bloodline and brings about peace. The smoke beams create an explosion, and when the smoke clears, both fighters have vanished. So, Angel breaks free, Devil Jin transforms, and they're both fighting in the sky. And it says that they're evenly matched, which makes me think that the first time that they met, when Jin captured her, Jin either sucker punched her or he somehow betrayed her. And that also feels into why she doesn't trust him. Because if they're evenly matched here, you have to wonder, how did he win the first time? The reason why I think character relationships is important is because Tekken 8. Tekken 8, if they are going to add Jun Kazama and they are going to add Angel, it's very important that they get it right. And I think the events of Tekken Tag Tournament 1 and 2 can be made canon. Not everything, but what just happens to Jun Kazama. If we focus on Jun Kazama and Unknown, it says, as a result of Jun's proximity to Kazuya, Angel seems to have arisen within Kazuya. What I think this is trying to say is maybe Angel sort of spawned from within. She's not a part of him, but the good within inside of him sort of forced out this entity, or maybe summoned her. Whatever realm she comes from or whatever place is her home, maybe that goodness within inside of Kazuya pulled her to their reality. But the part here that I want to focus on, Unknown. Angel frees Jun Kazama from Unknown's control and Unknown's Tekken Tag Tournament 2 ending, non-canon. The reason why I think this can be added into Tekken 8 is because we're expecting Jin and Kazuya to fight in Tekken 8. And they are two of the most powerful fighters on the planet. Paul Phoenix will not be able to stop them. I doubt Lita will be able to stop both of them. What I think would be really cool if Angel comes out of hiding, things get so bad to where she has to intervene. And she doesn't intervene herself by going to battle. What she does is she goes to find Jun Kazama. Because like I said, the only thing that both Jin and Kazuya care about is Jun Kazama. How do you resolve a fight? You get the wife, you get the mother, the fighting stops. Angel goes to that unknown realm. And just like in the Tekken Tag Tournament 2 ending, she beats up Unknown. You can have like some sub-boss battle or something between Unknown and Angel. But Angel beats up Unknown. She saves Jun Kazama. And she takes her back to Jin and Kazuya to stop them from fighting. Going back to Zafina's prediction, she says if Jin and Kazuya fight again, that will bring upon the destruction of the world. And I think they should lean into that aspect, and it should be kind of a doomsday scenario where we have to stop them at all costs. Yes, they may be fighting for good reasons, or they may be fighting for honorable reasons, but it's going to end up in complete destruction, the apocalypse. And I would like to see all of these characters rally together to help, to hurt, to pick a side, to divide. I think it could be a lot of chaos in there, and at the end of it, June comes back and resolves it all. And I don't think it should be a happily ever after, but it's going to be very tricky how they do want to end it, because I don't think Kazuya should die. I don't think Jin should die. Their stories will be heavily undercut if that was the case, but at the same time, it's important that the story has a big impact if she does return. The final thing that I'll read and end this video off, it says, Angel comes from the ancient Greek meaning messenger, announcer, bringer of news. Despite a female appearance, Angel gender has officially always been given as not applicable. Since Angel is not human and may not even have a physical body, both Angel and Devil are absent of gender. Height, weight, body type, and other material attributes. Like Devil, Angel age is listed as infinite. I think that's a really cool touch because it kind of shows that these characters are different. Kazuya and Jin, they have the devil gene within inside of them, but they are not the devil. Angel is a different type of entity, and I think it's important to draw that distinction because I think she should be on a higher class than them. They can rival that power, but I still think it's important to have that distinction that distinction made. But that's going to be it for this video. I just want to talk about this because Harada's tweet has big implications. If they do decide to go forward with the story and put these characters back in there after all this time, it's going to get crazy. And my mind only races with the possibilities of what could happen. Like, I tell you guys what my theories are, but I can go on for hours on what I think the story could be, what I think this character will do, this character, that character, but I'm not the developer, right? At the end of the day, I'm just a spectator like all of you, and we'll see what they decide to do with the story. Hopefully they could bring that same level of passion that we all have, but I do not doubt them, right? That's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.